Hello everyone, it's Patrick again, and welcome back to the second episode of my Meeple Station Let's Play. As you can see where we left off, I've added two rooms here, so we can have, everyone has their own room right now. Still just meager, but we're gonna work on that. And I also want to start building up, so we're going to be researching botany, so I want to start building up kind of like a plant room and a nicer dining situation. That's going to be my focus for this one. Let's think about where we want to have. So we have like a lot of waste stuff happening here. So I'm thinking maybe we build up from this area, and then this will be kind of the waste processor. And then have kind of like a garden and eating area going off this way, maybe? Let's look at the blueprint. Okay. So yeah, maybe we even have it going this way. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let's first figure out where we can put a ladder to go up. I'm thinking of possibly expanding this way. So, see, we're a little bit low on resources, but I think I can start the expansion here. Actually, if I just expand it one, then I can just have the ladder going straight up. Go up there. And then building out here, I don't have enough resources to really build it out. Although I guess I could start with glass. But okay, my vision is the plant area and the dining area. I would like to be mostly glass, just because I think that looks really nice. And then it's kind of like as you're eating, you can see the plants that make your food. And speaking of food, we need to also figure out what we're going to do about a chef. Maybe we can get somebody coming in. All right, I'm going to check back in. I'm just going to let my people just kind of work away and build up some resources. And I'll check back in before I actually start building. All right, see you. All right, so I've built up a little bit of steel here, 28, as well as some aluminum, and we're working on getting more of that. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna have to deny, I'm sorry. We don't have any beds and I don't want everyone to be unhappy. Yeah, so I'm gonna just get started building, and then we can have our engineers work on it a little bit. Just starting off pretty small, do that. And let's see if we wanna trade anything here. I've just been selling fish because we have a ton of it and it sells for a decent rate. And I need these things. All right, so they're building up that. You can build up a ladder now too. So put that there and there. They should be able to access that, I think. The vents, not the correct orientation for my taste, but I think we're gonna leave that for now. And let's see what we're gonna need for this. We're gonna need some more electronics, so I think I'll get that started too. We need 10 electronics. So if I go to electronics and I just set a minimum of 10, then that should be good. And we're also going to need, along with that, actually we're not going to need more waste ejectors, but we're also going to be needing to build out the utilities. And I would like to have all the waste products that we have right now go towards that, so then it will be super efficient. Yeah, so I guess I will once again check back in when things are a little bit more advanced. Alright, so we got this person, they're a refiner and a pilot, and even though we don't have enough beds, I think I'm going to accept them. Just because we kind of do need more refiners. So I'll have to put down a bed and figure out where I'm going to build out that next room. For now, oof, I'm sorry. I'm just going to put the bed right there for now. And then I think the beds don't all need to be in the same area, so I might actually build it out here. I don't know if that's a little bit rude, but they got easy access to the bathrooms. Well, we can say that. Alright, so starting to build that out. I guess to save time, I'll just build that as well so we can get them their own room as quick as possible. I'm gonna assign this to that. And our research is complete. So now we can build out some large vents. I guess next we'll just go with the comms relay. The two that are going to determine when we kind of receive another meeple is the botany and combat training. I think I'm going to do botany last, so I mean, it's just nice to get all these like side quest type things done, like the comms ray. I believe the advanced electronics will unlock more things, possibly in the timeline. So I'm gonna hold off on that for a little bit. All right, they're starting to build this out. Let's see if we can put some walls down, or at least a door. Doors are great. I'm gonna put a wall on this side. And right now that's definitely a teeny tiny room. Just check in with meeples. Ooh. Alright, so we might be having a bit of a hygiene problem. Yeah, doesn't have private quarter, but yeah. Let's look over here at our waste. It seems like we're doing alright. It could have just been a temporary thing, but we'll keep our eyes on that. Alright, sign quarters, that. Okay, who was really sad there? Gosh. Oh, okay. Alright, you can just take a break for a little bit. You're an engineer. Were you an engineer before? I'll remake you an engineer because you like that. Actually, I'm gonna make you a refiner. Just okay. So this is a fairly sizable room up here. The machine that we're going to put up here is going to take up 2 blocks, so I think I'm actually going to build it out 2 more. I'm debating about whether I build a row here or if I kind of start turning this into the glass area. I think I'm going to go with glass for now. And we're just going to build out, whoops. I'm going to build out all that we can with that. And I also set glass to be a minimum of 30. So we should be going through and making that as we need it. I like setting these minimums because for the most part, they don't really go into production unless you need it. And I feel like 30 is a good amount to start building with, so. All right, let's check in on our meeples again. Feeling a little bit better. It does not have private quarter. Yes, you do. Oh, I forgot to assign this, did I? There you go. Oh, you have a private quarter. Alright, honestly, I would love to get rid of this. But that's going to take a lot of mining of ice, and I want to get to a better state with kind of the materials that we have. If we look here, we've got a decent amount of iron ore, aluminum ore. It's pretty good actually, but silicone. Yeah, okay. I guess I will transition them over to getting rid of this ice. So, let's do ice. I wish I could tell them directly, take this one away. What's the deal up here? Okay. We can build this now. So, do I build it like this? This. I think I'm gonna go with that. And then we'll, of course, once that's put in, we're gonna have to hook it up to the waste lines. So, actually, it might just automatically hook up. And I can't remember if we need water or not, but I guess we'll find out very soon. All right, so our research completed. I think, yeah, I guess I can't stall for too long, so we're gonna go with combat training. All right, so it looks like this is all hooked up and ready to go. We haven't researched things yet. I guess we already have unlocked it though, so pirate is that. So let's go to refine and then start making these biomass. I'm just gonna set it to infinite and we'll see how much we get before we finish researching botany. All right, after this, I'm gonna call this area done for now, and then we can start to fill in the botany stuff when we get it. I need to work on building some more rooms for the guests that we're gonna get. So let's see, it's botany and combat training, so I'm guessing we're gonna get a guard as well as a botanist. So I'm actually thinking of building maybe some beds off in this bottom area. I think I'm gonna expand this out and I might spruce this up a little bit in kind of playing in other games of this. I realize that sometimes things break or you need to kind of like rewire them, and it's just nice to have some walkways in here. So I might kind of try to figure out how I can make this a nicer area here and build out this room. And I will check back in with you when I've kind of built this room out and I'm figuring out the bedrooms. So I've fixed up this room a little bit. Still dealing with some issues there that needs to be cleaned up. But if you just ignore that for a bit. Now we have a nice walkway here. And I think that's going to be my plan going forward, is I'll have two kind of rows of equipment, appliance things, and then have a walkway. And that way we can kind of easily connect things, easily lay things out and fit things together. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do on this level. I definitely want to have storage things down here as well. But I think I'm actually just going to continue the living quarters kind of out here. I know I don't know, maybe you don't think it's super strange, but I feel like it's a little bit weird having all the beds in one area. But it's also kind of nice. We'll have to think about as we grow. I believe there's kind of a proximity issue of having like food close to people. So, sorry, not accepting anyone. And bathrooms. So we'll have to think about where we're gonna put another like kind of unit of bathrooms and dining. We're gonna have dining up here, I think, and maybe I'll just keep this one as like a simple dining area. My plan is to move kind of this refining equipment type of thing down, and this would be kind of like an engine floor, I guess, and like all the rocks and stuff are gonna go down here, if that makes sense. That's just the way I wanted to build it out. Let's add some walls here to separate out the room. All right, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. We definitely have a cleanliness issue in this room. But why isn't it getting cleaned up is my question. Maybe we need more chutes up here. That's what I'm gonna try for and see if that kind of helps relieve the situation. Let's just go one for each toilet, just to be safe. Strangely enough, people haven't really been complaining. I mean, obviously Bat is upset because it's his room, but yeah. And then we're also losing resources. So I'm gonna start building out a few things. First, I am going to build out some more rows here. Can I do that? Okay, I don't have, it's kind of what I expected. And then I'm gonna be adding in some of these, let's see, where is it? These large containers. Once we get some more space in here to just hold some more of our stuff. All right, so we've got this bed built out and it's actually a modest space, which is awesome because I extended it by one here and added like private dining and stuff. So we have these 2 rooms available for the new people that we're gonna be getting. And down here, we've set up pretty nice, sizable storage area and built this out a little bit. We're working on harvesting some ice. And once this finishes, I'm just gonna go straight into the botany and get this show rolling. I'm trying to think, we're gonna need some more bathrooms in this quadrant. So I might start building something out over here. Just so our living quarters stay clean. Oh, here we go. There's no telling what kind of trouble you're going to run into. It's best to have an armed guard on hand for those just in cases, or even to help keep the peace on a large populated station. You know, that happened to me in one of my sandbox games. One of my meeple just went rogue and tried to kill somebody, so then the guard had to kill him. It was crazy. Oyster is our head of security, and we believe you're going to make a solid addition to your crew. Awesome. So now we can check him out. He could even be a doctor if we needed that, or an engineer. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Well, I'm going to assign him. Let's keep him happy, give him the better quarters. I think it said he is violent, which isn't great, but I guess it's kind of good for a guard, maybe. So yeah, that completed our research. Ooh, clearance levels. You know, actually, I haven't really figured out what's so great about them. My partner said that it helps keep those like squids out, but the issue that I have with it is if I change one of my meeple who was outside, like maybe a miner or even just a engineer, if I change them to something else, then suddenly they can't get back inside. So I'm just gonna keep with our plan of doing botany next. And actually, I think we can expand this room a little bit. We have a ton of resources. So let's do one more row. And then I'm debating about having kind of like a door. Maybe we're not gonna have a door for this area, but then we'll have dining come out this way, I think. So I have so much glass. I'm going to build a dining room out there. And that should keep our engineers quite busy. The botanist has landed. Botany is an integral part of any crewed deep space exploration. They can maintain energy-efficient oxygen gardens, as well as produce food crops and medicinal plants that you'll need to feed and heal your crew. Botanists will need biomasses to grow things, which is produced in waste processors, which we've already got going. Now that you've access to the botanical equipment, we're going to send over our head botanist clone. Awesome. The Eagle has landed. All right, Captain, now that you have all your essential crew roles filled, you're going to need someone to look after their health. We're going to send our resident medical expert, Dr. Outhouse, and some basic medical supplies. The good doctor will look after you and your crew until you have a chance to develop your medical knowledge further. Next order of business, we need you to get out to the Vakorian system. Exploration is our main goal in this enterprise, and that you're going to need some ships. To start, you're going to need to research fuel processing, building the infrastructure, research ship manufacturing, build a spare dock, so we're going to need another dock, and build a ship, and of course the fuel. That's a lot. Space travel is non-trivial. All right. Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna actually need another room. So let's see. I'm gonna deprioritize the garden area and make a room here, I think. I'm gonna make it tiles. Why not? Or maybe I'm gonna do a pattern. Sorry. We'll just start building it out. And then I'm actually gonna have them live in the area. We'll have to see how that works. I might like kind of block off their room within the medical area, but I think this will work for now. Okay, we got some things going here. I'm gonna research this decorative gardening because they love plants. And if I'm able to add a plant to everyone's room, it's really gonna up it up. So yeah, I actually have to get going. So leaving this off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish building this out and give a room to our newest meeple outhouse. Maybe finish building the bathrooms, and then I will catch you next time for episode 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.